Let's play Flower! Yes, I wish I could do a capture card on my PS3. No. That's not gonna happen.
Love conquers all. She should have wrote, all you need is love.
Cute. Anyway, yeah, this is the sequel to Analogue, a hate story. This is Hate Plus. So I'm bringing along the other aficionado of this franchise of sorts. Joe Palmer.
He makes that joke a lot, people.
Even associates of the man admit you sound way too much like him. Anyway, we're gonna continue because we have a save file that I just made the other night.
The impossible ending. Well, it's not impossible if it happens.
Well, yes. All you have to do is be a hacker with just rudimentary knowledge of parse code. And then you can just punch in, and as I mentioned to Mike, punch in random batch numbers for log files until you stumble onto the correct log that turns Mute sympathetic.
I was about to get to that, which Emma is pretty... Well, I'm pretty sure Emma's quite the hacker like that. For those who don't know, Emma is Mike's character.
Alright.
And I'm going to be doing a comic series.
They don't know the Wolfus verse stuff, so try to keep that to a minimum.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and end with saying that.
Here we are on our hyperspace pod, the White Princess. Hardshell inquiry.
I think Mike asked Christine before she wrote that in, and she decided to include that. Because I remember he was asking Christine about that right when I introduced the Analogue to you two, and he asked, isn't it possible to put the two AIs into bodies? And she said, it is completely possible. I think there's a reference there with Marigold. I'm pretty sure Notori would have something to say on this technology. Assuming she's not necrotic at that time.
Alrighty. Yeah, that describes Hyun I would think.
What describes Hyun I?
Well,
I mean, which...
The description they're offering for an AI who would want a marigold frame.
Oh. I can't believe it's almost the year 5000 in that.
Well, let's peruse the logs again, double check them before we submit them to our client.
Wait. I was about to say, Sol 3? How many solar systems have we discovered?
No, Sol is the system, 3 is the third planet.
Oh, I thought...
We're going home to Earth.
I thought it meant Sol 3 as in Solar System 3, not the Planet 3.
This is
I like
odd.
how you...
They're not... They're not
Read
any... I was expecting them to be present immediately.
I was as well. But look at that warning where Mute blames Hyunai for the problem about the power.
Ah, yes.
Describes their personality to each other in a nutshell.
Yes. Mute tends to blame Hyunai for everything. Now, what is all of this? These are new.
Yeah, I never found those when I went through it. Well, in the original game. Queen Unai.
This is obviously right after her hard reformat.
Freaking hackers. Whoa, 600% CPU. I've never. Wow. You know, to deny her telling how many years the ship has been running kind of feels like a...
It's suspicious, yes.
Kind of begs to say, you don't want to start a colony or something? I'm not even going to comment on the outfit.
Well, we already know where this Un'Ah's priorities are.
Can't believe a woman thinks like that. I think you have to read all of them, unfortunately.
I'm confused. Why are they not back yet?
I don't know. I think that maybe they want to surprise you or something. What can I say? I'm savvy like that.
Something smells. Well, looks like the daughter of Ryu the First is reasonably nice.
Glad to see there was one person who was nice at the start. They have 4,000 characters for Korean? Or wait,
Chinese. Chinese Korean. The old dialect.
Yeah. Never got around to that when I studied anthropology.
I'm confused. They should have been back by now.
You need to read all the logs, I think.
Yeah, okay, I think... Yeah, I'm gonna make that assessment, I suppose. This is blind, ladies and gentlemen.
Not me, though, but I'm not gonna spoil it.
Alright. 2 births recorded. Yeah, this is quite similar to the apocalyptic log of when Hyun Ai shut off the ship.
Although, if you do remember reading in the first game, they were even talking about abnormally low birth rates. But I will go ahead and say this. It is explained in this game why that happens.
Alright.
Whoa, that's the princess talking back at mute.
Talk about fangs. If this was... Well, we already see what happens to rebellious little children on this ship.
Not just that, but back here on Earth as well. I will admit, I am one to not beat around the bush.
What's with the Valley Girl tick?
Yeah, I noticed that as well. I don't think that was in the first game, was it?
No. You like a commoner? We're going to have to fix that.
Wait a minute. It says she was turned on 5 years ago, and yet it says the year 15.
Whoever borked the ship's society probably took a decade to set everything in order before turning her back on.
And yet we have teenagers able to hack almost anything these days.
Well, there's Mute again right there. That's the Mute we know. Okay. Oh, joy. Here's the man who apparently did everything that made most of our characters want to drag him out of whatever hellhole he went to when he died and beat the crap out of him.
In some cases, scalp him.
Let's see. Huh.
Oh, look at him blame the mutineers when it was him who caused it all. You know, it's like a commentary on elections these days for the United States. There's always the claim that both sides are rigging votes.
They probably are. But since both of the sides are doing it, it evens itself out.
Fair enough.
My hypocrite alarm just went off.
Where?
Here. Lust for power.
And look who he is, an emperor. You know, why would you want to go back to the past if you progress so far into the future that you can travel to different star systems?
Resilient. Confucian print. You didn't even get them right.
I was going to say, I think Confucius was a lot wiser than this. It almost sounds a little left-wing radical when he keeps talking about greed and money.
Yeah. Never mind the fact. On the one hand, the whole family obsession thing is actually a trait of the Far East in general. Korea, Japan,
China,
well, not
Vietnam,
so much,
I think.
Yeah, not so much China anymore. where's the thing about wives and mothers and daughters and sisters?
Here we go with the misogyny.
Alright. Let's see here. What have we got here? Oh. Oh boy. What are you up to, Mute?
Peasants have curfews?
Well, yeah, it's part of the whole control aspect.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Peasant's Quest. This in which there doesn't seem to be any curfews. But there is...
Urge to scream Trogdor Rising now.
I wish Trogdor would appear in here and wipe out this whole sexist society.
Older? Huh. Must be that image from all of the trailers. Well, now. Right. Odd.
Appropriate.
You look a lot better than you did before.
I will admit the handbook is nice. I just don't like the
Well, she is adorable.
Yes. Even when she does have a slight thing, you know, catty grin. Now here's a problem I already recognize.
What?
They have a Ministry of Engineering and Medicine, and yet they're wanting to return to a traditional society. In my opinion, I think when you advance technology to a certain point, you're going to be unable to follow certain traditional codes.
Yes. That's the whole thing with how, like in Toho specifically, science killed a majority of the outside world's magic, which is why the new extra boss and double dealing character Raiko was such a shock, because she found the magic on the outside and transferred herself into a new drum. A modern electronic drum. How does that even work?
I don't know. Fridge logic?
Yeah. Toho metaphysics is bizarre. And that's not the topic, so we won't get into that in depth.
Though I will say it's not completely impossible to rule out traditional things.
Alright. Yes, curfew. It's all about control. Control, 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 control. Well, eager to please, that's for sure.
Minister Smith. Oh, we've heard all about this family.
Oh, no, that means I haven't read it yet. Ministry of State. Oh.
Language already?
Yes.
Oh, look, they still have paper books.
Huh.
You hear that, kids? Paper books will be around for a while. I suggest reading them.
Especially since all of the modern ebooks kind of got wasted. But that's the whole point. We are going to figure out how Emperor Ryu borked Mute and screwed over the ship. Let's see here.
All these people are hating on that Si Young person.
Devaluing the groom's importance. Okay, there's a bit of a point here, because modern weddings, it's all about the bride. The groom is practically an afterthought.
My father did say, when it comes to weddings, let the woman handle it, because they all like to care about that. I always thought of weddings as just being about both people.
Alright, one more. Queen Ouna. Ooh. Seppuku.
I thought she died in prison.
They call that a prison hanging. Somehow, she hung herself by her shoelaces, even though we took the shoelaces from her when we locked her up. I think you see the implications I'm implicating there.
Yeah. You know, if she wasn't a bad person, why do you people shame her then?
Compulsive emotional need.
Where have we heard that?
From Mute, I believe. Now, let's see. We're secure. Oh dear.
I'm starting to get a bad vibe from Un Ai. Oh, look at that sentence right there. She had no time to be a good wife. Well, you just talked about her being dedicated to her job. That doesn't mean you can't be a bad wife.
Oh yeah, here we go. The lovely Asian honor system right here at the bottom. If your family is shamed, the best way to alleviate some of it is to remove yourself from it. You cannot hear this or see this, but I am rolling my eyes.
I am as well. The whole honor system.
Okay, oh, there they are.
Oh, look, she's still wearing the outfit from that playthrough.
Yep, that is a save flag.
See, I told you that summed up her personality.
And we have remixes of their themes. Well, let's be fair, Mute. You and I probably knows a hell of a lot more about this than you.
I hope they didn't use the Atlas phrase, would you kindly?
Here's the contrived coincidence that brings back the dialogue wheels. Because, I mean, it would be virtually impossible to actually parse through any actual direct input from the player.
Though you do get more options this time. Ah! Look at the garbled mess. And look at how big the text boxes are. Look at the meta.
Alright.
Of course.
And you can actually tell what they're thinking.
Note the new option, whereas you had a yes or no option last time. She had neutrality, but I would forgive her.
Get smile! Plus that.
See, I told you she has a thing.
Yes. Oh, she's missing.
To be fair,
she's missing her fox ear bows. I just realized that. Yeah, I am not a D-bag, so
it's completely possible to still be a D-bag to her, even from the last game. And if you were a D-bag to her in the last game, I say shame on you.
Even if you were just getting the achievement, still. Huh, like those files that I just saw.
Technically, her dad did make the same base code, even though Hyun didn't expect to have her brain uploaded.
Yes, because you'd probably flip out.
Calling Hyun spoiled isn't the best of things to say.
She probably got a bit of your original personality, kiddo. Oh, she cut her off.
I don't think I would pick the I don't care option.
Yeah, no.
Here goes the awkward statements for Mute.
Sun, dairy. Excuse me while I laughed like no, I already did that. I already did the supervillain laugh. Cut her off again.
I think that's one of my favorite jokes of this game, the whole soon thing.
Alright. I think she's a bit smarter than you, Mute. Let's have it.
Really? I thought if it was data, you can just copy it.
And this is the first nod from Christine that, what are you doing playing this route? I declare this...
Actually, you may want to see the next line in just a second. See?
It's called hacking, stupid.
Emma was able to do it. See, this is what I was talking about. If it wasn't canon, then why would
There's already a thread on the Steam forum about this particular route being canon. But because Christine thinks it's amusing for us to be trying to have our cake and eat it too, we're gonna get slapped with a lot of meta jokes here.
Especially if you play the Hyun's route, in which there's an achievement for if you actually got up from the computer when she asks you at one point and go make a cake.
Yes, that's in Hyun's route, and it's very meta, like disgustingly meta in my honest opinion.
To be fair, I wanted to make a cake that weekend, and anyways.
Yes, well, fortunately there is an option to do a store-bought cake, which in my headcanon, basically the White Princess has a food replicator, so I ordered up from the food menu and ordered a cake. Alright.
And you can still change the cosplay options. I was saying, you can still change Hyun's cosplay if you've had the previous game.
Yes, well, let's leave it alone for now.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, there was DLC for Analogue where she had 2 new outfits.
Which were?
I don't know. I never got it. So, in any case, we're over 30 minutes, so I'm going to compile this, and we'll be back soon. The beginning of day 1.
Majora's Mask.
Gong gong.